to you from Phoenix, Arizona, home of Super Bowl 57. It's the Gary Stein and Stevens Show with your hosts, Troy Geary, Will Stein, and Dave Stevens.
We are back again at Radio Row. Here's Dave Stevens. Troy is looking for some desperate guests. I think he's over my shoulder. Say hi, Troy. But we're just jamming away right here on Radio Row, and we've got a great guest now coming up. You may recognize him. His hair looks a little different today. I don't think he put a lot of. Did you put any hair gel or anything in your hair today?
I didn't. My people weren't ready this morning. It was too early for them to do my hair, so I just hopped on a plane, and this is what you get.
You've got Scott Thompson. You might know him as Carrot Top.
They couldn't get Wayne Newton from Vegas, so they got me.
Yeah, and that's why he's
I walked through, and they were like, "Oh my God, Reba's here! What is Reba doing at the convention?"
Well, I was wondering, since you're Carrot Top and I'm just a top, what kind of this relationship is going to be?
I like that. We're two tops.
Fresh off of coming from Las Vegas. Actually, I was in Vegas 2 weeks ago. I did my very first stand-up comedy gig in Vegas a couple of weeks ago. And it was, I mean, what you go through as an artist, it was the biggest challenge in my life. I've done a lot of things, and it was just amazing. But you're here to talk about Las Vegas and the Super Bowl coming to you next year. It's got to be exciting.
Oh, it can't be any more exciting for Vegas. I mean, Vegas is the biggest party city in the world, and then they want to bring the largest cocktail party to the town that's known for partying. So it should be a no-brainer. Vegas is awesome. You know, drinking, gambling, smoking, prostitution. Bring the kids. Bring the kids. It's a family time.
Well, when I was there a couple of weeks ago, the hookers did not give me a handicap discount.
No, they didn't. No, that's bad.
And I told them, hey,
we're going to fix that.
My penis does drag the ground when I walk, so I was trying to make sure that I could get that discount. But you have had a great career, and, you know, you've been, I think, on Vegas, you know, in various stretches since 2005.
Yeah, I've been there 28 years total. Yeah, it's nuts.
It's amazing. You're at the Luxury now.
Yep.
You've been there for a while. How do you keep it fresh?
A box of baking soda in each trunk. I do. No, you know what's easy about it? Well, not easy about it, but it's one of my favorite things to do is keep the show current and topical. So, you know, like let's just think yesterday, the balloon, they shot down the spy balloon. So you have the, you know, the joke of the balloon, and then we shoot it down, and then candy comes out of it. So it's a big, a big piñata. So, or the football. I have a great football one. The Cowboys kicker when he missed 4 in a row.
Yeah.
We all saw that. I made a Cowboys football helmet that had a thing going on it at the end with another, almost like this thing you have right here, a field goal thing. So he could practice. So it's connected to the helmet, and it was beautiful. It's on my Instagram if you want to follow it. It's a Carrot Top Live, but it is a lot of the props and jokes that I keep up daily.
Now, what do you? I mean, you've had a lot longer of a career than a lot of comedians. And I remember early on, they go, "Oh, he's a prop comedian. It's not funny. It's not real comedy." And I'm like, I beg to differ when you talk about, you know, legends like Gallagher and those kind of folks. And I know you've taken a little bit of everybody on that, but for your critics, I mean, the actions speak louder than words.
Yeah, I mean, from the beginning, it was always that. You know, I mean, I've been doing this for 38 years. In fact, I'm as old as the Super Bowl. I'm 57 years old. I'm exactly the oldest as a Super Bowl. Son of a bitch! I just realized that. So I've been doing comedy 38 years. So, you know, from day one, they always said, props and then flash in the pan. So then 38 years later, I don't know. So I am kind of a mixture, like you said. There's a little Gallagher of all people was my hero, my mentor. So there's a lot of props that kind of have that Gallagher kind of took a take on it. And then there's George Carlin is a big stand-up. So it's kind of, I do a lot of stand-up and a lot of props. There's a lot of music in the show. There's lots of, no dancing, thank God, but a little bit of everything. So it's a fun show. It's a great show for Vegas because it's fast and it's, so it's been a fun. But
You've also taken a lot of grief for staying in shape and staying healthy. And it's like,
I always find that funny, right?
Yeah,
you work out and you take care of yourself and you get shit on. It's like, well, either way, I think if you don't take care of yourself, like, Jesus Christ, looks like hell. And then if you do take care of yourself, like, oh, he's working out.
Yeah, he's on steroids.
Yeah, steroids. I say, well, first of all, I always done the steroids thing. If anything that makes your dick shrink, why would you men take it? So there's no steroids. It's just actually hard work. I don't know people. You go to the gym and you put in the hours and you work out.
I know. After I had my penis reduction surgery.
Same, right? I know.
Yeah.
It's a tough surgery.
Yeah.
I had to go back twice. There was so much. There's so much to take off.
We're not even Jewish, right?
Yeah, what the hell? It took off a little of the top, right? Hey, take a little off the top.
So, it being your town and you're hosting it, have they already come to you to be a big ambassador?
No, they've gone to Wayne Newton. They haven't asked me anything yet, but no, I'm assuming they'll probably come to me and I'd love to be the ambassador for Vegas and be part of the Super Bowl. I hope. I mean, I'm part of Phoenix. I hope I'm going to be part of Vegas.
And are you sticking around for the game? Or you got to head
No, I got to work. Yeah, got to do the show.
Have you had to become a Raiders fan?
My team is the Dolphins, so we've been, we're still 8-9, man.
You can't even keep a coach, right?
No, it's pretty bad. Dolphins, but I like the Raiders, and it's a great organization.
You're 57. Where would Carrot Top be in 5 to 10 years? I mean,
probably in a ditch somewhere.
So
Maybe guessing people's weight at the fair, maybe something like that. I don't know where I'll be in 10 years. God, I hope I'm right here talking to you about how great the Super Bowl was. But
you need another colorful president or good material. Like what do you build your material?
That's what I should run for president, right? Me and Trump. Okay, folks. All right. It's the worst Trump impression ever. Folks. Don't know Carrot Top, great American. Who knows? Maybe I will run for president.
I know you got to go, but I was wondering because when I was on stage, sometimes jokes that you think are going to hit and they miss.
Oh yeah, that's
get to work on. Like I said, hey, my parents sent me to Camp Lejeune as a kid, and that's why I didn't have legs. Nobody got that joke.
That's a great joke. No, that's a great joke.
So how do you gauge when you're an actor?
That's
working. I know you do a lot of improv.
Yes, indeed, and that's the thing about comedy is and it's really weird because you could even give a night, so you could do 2 shows that night, and that one joke kills, and the very next show it doesn't get a laugh. So it's weird. I did this confidential envelope thing. The president's been finding all these classified documents. So the first night I did it, killed. Last night I did it, no one got it. Like maybe they've forgotten already. So that's what's fun about comedy. And if it stops working, you just get rid of it and move on.
Can I throw you out your game for a millisecond, or like how do you function when you felt like okay, that isn't going to work? Maybe this one won't work.
Well, yeah, you want more to work than not work. So if it's just one, it's good. Sometimes, and people always say this after my show, they go, "I love when a joke doesn't work and how you handle it." I'm like, that's because it's one. If the whole show ate crap, it wouldn't be funny. But it's always one joke. It's good. You're allowed to have 1 or 2 tankers, but
I know you gotta go. But Scott Thompson, aka Carrot Top, where can they follow you? I know you got great social media.
You can follow me right here through here. I'll be walking around all day long.
Well, I see an entourage. That's a pretty
big entourage. All beautiful girls. So that they're not with me. We have carrottop.com, and my Instagram is also in there. And then we're at the Luxor every night, 6 nights a week. For the rest of my life.
You're not doing an act with Wayne Newton or any of those people?
No, I prepare his lunches in the morning, and then I take him for a walk, and then I go do my show.
When does he have his pudding?
About 3.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then bed?
Pudding time is 3, and then it'll nap.
And then you go over to 20 minutes.
Yeah.
All right.
Same routine.
All right. Well, thanks for joining us.
Thank you.
Prediction, I'll put you on the spot.
Oh, my God, I know it's going to be a tough game. It's going to be so tight because these are the 2 of the best teams ever going head-to-head. I think it might be the last play of the game. I think it's going to be Mahomes to Kelsey for his clinch touch.
Now, could you go out of retirement and then play for a team? If we could get Joe Burrow against you, we would have the first
redheaded. There we go.
Super Bowl history.
I like that. Okay, I like that. 2 orange guys going at it.
Yeah. All right. Scott,
all right, thank you.
On Radio Row. It's great to have him here, and it's also great to have our sponsors. Of course, Fresh Clean Threads. If you haven't seen what we're doing and what we're wearing on Radio Row, as Scott walks away.
I was listening to Metallica the whole time. I didn't even know you were here.
3-time Super Bowl champion LeGarrette Blount joining us to talk about LG's Feel Good. And before Troy jumps in, I just wanted to reiterate, we talk about how CBD can help the body. I think people, they think, oh, marijuana, it's bad, but the parts of it that they take out, and they take out that, apparently what makes you get that high. But CBD is so impactful in your life with the things that it does. It breaks down your system, helps with your sleep, helps with your recovery.
Yes.
And I think, a big part of recovery in an athlete when you're playing a football game and you're every day you're taxing your body, how important that recovery is.
Recovery is extremely important. You got to be available to practice. You got to be available to play, right? So you got to do everything that you have to do and to make sure that your body and that your mind is sharp, right? So take care of your body. A lot of guys do the hot cold tub. A lot of guys get massages before the games throughout the week. a lot of guys do a lot of things that put themselves in a position so where they're going to have to play the game on Sunday. Now, granted, we're in a game that is a 100% injury rate. You're never gonna feel as good as you did before camp or before the season starts. You know what I'm saying? So you're always going to have something. You got to be able to manage that. You got to be able to do everything you can to put yourself in the best position to be available for the game, because the best ability is availability in this league.
And you talk about ability. I mean, Troy, he's had an ability, right?
Yeah, I want to ask you about back-to-back Super Bowls. I mean, you're one of 3 guys to ever do it. Chris Long, I don't know who the third one is, but talk about those 2 years. Just kind of how that experience was.
The experience was amazing. It was crazy to be able to do it. I'm not going to say that after a handful of games, I knew that we had a chance, but I didn't expect us to be as good as we were, considering the fact that we had just such a young quarterback that everybody had confidence in at the time. A young football team, a bunch of guys on there that had no playoff experience and things like that. So we didn't think we were going to be that team until a couple key moments in the season happened where we felt like, okay, we can really be the team to beat. The kick, the field goal that took the game over against the Giants, the 61 yards with Jake Elliott kicked. That was a defining moment for that season.
That was such a great season you've had, and again to finish that season, with the biggest trophy you can get. I mean, of the 3, is there one that sticks out in your mind of being, just more than the others?
They're all equally as important, but if I had to choose one, I would say the Philadelphia Eagles one. It was probably my favorite one to be a part of and play in, considering the fact I almost had 100 yards and, I scored a touchdown. So it was meaningful, and it was against a team that I had just won with that didn't care to bring me back. So it was sweet.
Well, speaking of Eagles, I'm sure you got them winning, but you got a score prediction for this weekend?
Man, I'm gonna say 31 to 21. I like us a lot, or it's gonna be we're gonna win by 10 points. I don't know what the exact score. We're gonna win by 10 or more points. So I'm 21 to 31, or maybe it's 34 to 24, or we got a really high potent offense. It is really efficient, and it is really fast, and it is really good. So I don't think scoring the points is going to be a problem for us.
Well, Garrett, we watched earlier this season, towards the end of the season, one of your NFL brothers go down for the first time in our history where we saw, and I think, I'm like, how did this never happen before? But when you saw that, did it make you realize what a dangerous game this was every time you put on the pads?
Yeah, it probably put a lot of things in perspective for a lot of football players, especially myself. Somebody that is running the football and is getting hit all the time. This happened to a kid that doesn't even play offense. This happened to a kid that plays defense, right? He's not the one that is used to getting hit. So that just goes to put it in perspective. Anything can happen at any moment when it comes to this game. This game is extremely unpredictable. I know that people don't like to hear that and understand that aspect of it, but it is an extremely unpredictable game. The worst can happen at any moment, right? Whether it's I don't want to speak it into existence, but the worst can happen at any moment, and you never want to take that you don't want to take this game for granted, and you want to do all the things that you can possibly do to protect yourself.
Yeah, and speaking of protect yourself, we can find LG's Feel Good stuff on what? Facebook, Instagram. Where do we find all of this amazing stuff that you're doing?
You find it at lgsfeelgood.com. lgsfeelgood.com is where you can find all the products.
All right. And hey, tell me what's your typical day now that you're not working out and getting ready for a tough season? What do you do with your life?
So I have a show that I do once a week, the Ultimate Betting Show with Ness and Bets. I have I have another show at Believe Sports Network. I have a couple shows that I do, and I coach my son's football team. I'm the head coach of the Gators. So I coach my boys' football team. He's 13 years old, so I coach that team, for the most part, full time. So that's usually my week. We have a game or two every week. It's fun, man. It's fun. It's fun to be a part of. My dad was a part of it with me growing up, and it's fun for me to be a part of it with LB growing up.
Before I gotta let you go, do we think TD12 is done, or do you expect to see him sit out a year and come back? I mean, it's been a wild ride.
Man, I've been wrong about this prediction about 3 times already, because when he retired, because he's such a decisive person. So when he retired the first time, I'm like, oh shit, he hanging it up. And then he came back, you know what I'm saying? And then now he's retiring again, and obviously not on the circumstances in terms that he would love to go out on. As he wants to go out as a champion, but I think he's done enough to solidify himself and his spot in this league to be honored as such. And, I'm pretty sure they're going to put some things together and honor him. Maybe they retire to number 12 from the all 32 NFL team. I don't know what they do, you know what I'm saying? But it is time for him to hang it up and just, just go be with the kids, man, and just live life.
All right, Garrett, thanks for joining us. I know you weren't a big fan of the media when you're in the NFL, but now it's a little different because they're not trying to rip on you and pick you apart. So thanks for taking some time to join us and be a part of us on Radio Row. Wish you the best of luck. And again, that's LG's Feel Good, and I firsthand know how important CBD is for recovery and pain. So please go to his website. He's got great stuff. It's not about drugs. It's about getting better and recovery. 20 years of wear and tear in the NFL will do that to your body. So thank you for taking the time to join us, Garrett, and best of luck in the future. That's it from Radio Row. Once again, this is Dave Stevens saying, hey, next coming up, I know you don't get many 3-time Super Bowl champs coming up, but coming up, stars leaving, stars coming. I got, where's Will? Will's over my shoulder. There's Troy. We got everybody in town. All the stars are here. So thank you for your support, and continue to follow Gary Stein and Stevens on all platforms.